Lauren Sánchez was not the most obvious choice for Jeff Bezos. She wasn't a 22-year-old model, she wasn't unknown, and she wasn't desperate to attach herself to a billionaire. By the time she entered Bezos's orbit, she had lived many lives already. A journalist, a helicopter pilot, a television personality, a woman with influence in her own right, and yet, among all the women who might have pursued him, she is the one who became his partner. So what was her strategy? What made her stand out to the richest man in the world? The answer is unsettling for women who still believe that youth and beauty are enough. Because Lauren Sánchez is not Bezos's partner because of looks alone. She is there because she embodies something infinitely more rare. The combination of feminine magnetism, adaptability, and strategic detachment. Let's break this down. First, understand Bezos himself. He is not a man lacking options. Women across the globe would line up for his attention. What he does not need is a decoration on his arm. What he does not need is a fragile, dependent woman whose entire value is her youth. A man of that level seeks something else: stimulation, partnership, and above all, a woman who can hold her own in his world. Lauren mastered the art of entering his orbit without being swallowed by it. She had her own identity, her career, her skills, her persona. That is the first strategy. Be someone before you meet someone powerful. When a woman enters a powerful man's life without her own gravity, she becomes disposable. But when she enters as a force in her own right, she commands respect. Second, she offered Bezos not competition, but complement. Many women make the mistake of trying to outshine a powerful man. They want to prove they're just as ambitious, just as dominant. This is a losing game. Bezos doesn't need a mirror of himself. He needs contrast. Lauren positioned herself as the feminine counterbalance, warm, supportive, adventurous. She didn't fight for the spotlight, she amplified his. But here is where most women would stop. With charm, with warmth, with a pleasant personality, Lauren went further. She applied the deeper strategy that women rarely master: emotional detachment combined with selective intimacy. From the outside, she radiates devotion to Bezos, but her history shows she has never been a woman who dissolves into a man's shadow. She has always kept her independence, her network, her projects. She is with him, but she is not owned by him. That tension is magnetic. It says, I am here because I choose to be, not because I need to be. And that makes even the richest man in the world chase harder. Now, let's analyze the bigger lesson. The women who think Bezos would inevitably choose someone young, submissive, and easy are missing the point. A man who has everything is not searching for more of the ordinary. He is searching for the extraordinary. Lauren Sánchez positioned herself not as a pretty face, but as a strategic partner. She became the woman who could fly a helicopter with him, who could navigate his social world, who could stand confidently in front of cameras and whispers. That requires more than beauty. It requires presence. And presence is the currency of high-value women. Presence is what keeps you unforgettable long after beauty fades. Now, let's get even more Machiavellian. Because Lauren's strategy was not simply about being available to Bezos, it was about creating inevitability. Think of it like this. There are thousands of women who would want his attention. Only a handful could actually enter his world. But of those few, only one made herself the natural choice. That is the essence of strategy. Don't fight over scraps. Position yourself so the prize chooses you. How did she do this? By embodying 3 principles that any woman can learn from. 1. The power of timing. Lauren entered Bezos's life at a transitional moment. Timing is everything. She didn't chase him when his marriage was stable. She didn't attempt to compete with a fortress. Instead, she appeared when his life was shifting, when the cracks were visible. A wise woman does not storm the castle. She waits until the gates are already unsteady. 2. The aura of adventure. Bezos is a man obsessed with innovation, exploration, pushing boundaries. What does Lauren embody? Adventure. She's not the passive ornament sitting quietly. She's a helicopter pilot, a woman who can lift off into the sky. She became a mirror of his own restlessness, but expressed in the feminine form. That's how you seduce a man like that. Not with compliance, but with resonance. Strategic detachment. Perhaps the most important. She never appeared desperate. She never clung. She never projected the energy of a woman who needs rescuing. Instead, she projected choice. That is the deadliest weapon in a woman's arsenal. The ability to signal that she could walk away at any time, even if she never intended to. Men of power are addicted to women they cannot fully possess. And this is the secret most women miss. Bezos didn't just choose Lauren. He continues to choose her every day because she maintains that balance between intimacy and independence. She gives, but she does not give all. She is close, but not completely consumed. This is what makes her irreplaceable. So what is the lesson for you? You may not be dating a billionaire. You may not live in the world of helicopters and boardrooms, but the psychology is the same. Men, whether rich or ordinary, value what they cannot fully control. They respect women who bring their own gravity into the relationship. Lauren Sánchez teaches us this. Stop trying to win with beauty alone. Stop thinking you must overprove yourself. Instead, build your own presence. Cultivate your own world. Enter his life not as a desperate applicant, but as a woman whose value is undeniable, with or without him. Because the truth is this: a man who has everything still craves the one thing money cannot buy. A woman who chooses him, but does not need him. That was Lauren's strategy. That is why Jeff Bezos chose her. And that is why her story is not one of luck, but of mastery.